Tonight, we bring you a story of impossible love and unshakable perseverance. When the whole world turns against you, remember, the strength is already within you, and fate can be changed if you dare to believe. Prince Ahmed was known for his courage, but also for a heart that beat only for one being, the Fairy Princess Parizade, a beauty from a realm hidden beyond the mists and guarded by 100 spells. Their eyes met only once, at the edge of the world where dawn kisses the night, and that single moment was enough for them to know this was a love no time, no kings, and no laws of magic could erase. But between them stood jealous princes, deadly traps, and ancient forces guarding the gates of the fairy kingdom. This is the story of Ahmed's journey, and how far a man will go for a love worth everything. Stay until the end, because in this tale, nothing is as it seems. In a distant land where endless golden sands danced with the desert winds, there lived Prince Ahmed, brave and just, yet restless as the wild seas far beyond the horizon. His heart yearned for something words could never capture, a destiny that whispered beyond the veil of the ordinary. One moonlit night, beneath a sky glittering like a silver blade, Ahmed dreamed of the Fairy Princess Parizade, a vision of ethereal beauty whose midnight hair shimmered like the star-studded heavens, and whose eyes held secrets of ancient enchantments. Her voice was a melody that calmed the fiercest storms raging within his soul. When he awoke, a burning certainty took hold. Fate was calling him. He must embark on a journey through enchanted valleys, shadowed forests, and mysterious lands to find Parizade and unravel the destiny woven between them. Yet, the world he would face was treacherous, cloaked in darkness, filled with forces that would not forgive the bold. Thus began a tale of love and courage, of a prince and a fairy princess, a battle of light against shadow. Every step would lead Ahmed closer to what was meant, or plunge him forever into oblivion. Before dawn broke, Prince Ahmed stood atop the highest tower of his father's palace, gazing toward the distant mountains shrouded in mist. The desert winds carried whispers, faint echoes of ancient magic and forgotten legends, guiding him like invisible hands. He felt the weight of his lineage pressing on his shoulders, generations of kings and warriors who shaped the land with valor and wisdom. Yet, this quest was unlike any battle he had faced. It was a journey of the heart, where courage alone would not suffice. Ahmed tightened the silk sash around his waist, his eyes burning with resolve. He vowed to face the unknown, through shadowed forests where trees murmured secrets, across rivers guarded by spirits, and beneath skies where stars told stories of lost souls. Little did he know, the path to Parizade was fraught with trials designed to test not only his strength but the purity of his soul. As Prince Ahmed ventured beyond the palace gates, the golden dunes gave way to a dense forest unlike any he had ever known. Towering trees with leaves shimmering in hues of emerald and silver whispered secrets in a language older than time itself. The air was thick with magic, an invisible thread weaving through every branch and blade of grass. Each step felt alive beneath his feet, as if the forest itself was watching, testing his every move. Shadows danced just beyond sight, teasing him with glimpses of unseen creatures, fairies with glistening wings, and ancient spirits guarding the sacred paths. Ahmed's heart pounded, not from fear, but awe. Here, in the heart of this enchanted realm, the boundary between the mortal world and the realm of magic blurred. He understood now, to find Parizade, he must not only journey through the forest, but also through the depths of his own courage and trust. With a steady breath, he stepped forward, ready to face whatever mysteries awaited. Deep within the heart of the enchanted forest, Prince Ahmed came upon a serene glade bathed in soft, golden light. At its center stood a majestic stag, its antlers glowing faintly with a silvery sheen, the guardian spirit of the forest, ancient and wise. The stag's eyes met Ahmed's, piercing yet calm, as if peering into the very depths of his soul. A voice, gentle but firm, echoed in the air, neither spoken nor heard, but felt within. "Brave prince," the spirit seemed to say, "your journey is not merely one of distance, but of truth. Only those pure of heart and steadfast of will may pass. Prove your worth, and the path to Parizade shall be revealed." Without hesitation, Ahmed bowed deeply, his resolve unshaken. He knew this was his first true test, a challenge to prove that his love and courage could overcome any darkness ahead. The forest seemed to hold its breath as the stag's glowing antlers illuminated a path lined with blooming night flowers, their petals shimmering like stars. Ahmed stepped forward, feeling the weight of unseen eyes watching his every move. Suddenly, illusions rose from the shadows, visions of doubt and despair. He saw his kingdom crumbling, his closest friends betraying him, and worst of all, Parizade slipping away into darkness, unreachable. But Ahmed's heart did not waver. He closed his eyes, recalling the warmth of Parizade's voice, the light in her eyes from his dream. With steady breath and unwavering spirit, he pushed through the illusions, each step fueled by love and hope. As the final vision dissolved, the forest sighed in approval, and the path ahead brightened, leading deeper into the realm where magic and destiny intertwined. As dusk settled, Prince Ahmed arrived at the edge of a shimmering lake, its surface glowing softly under the gentle caress of the moonlight. The waters seemed alive, reflecting not only the stars but the secrets whispered by the ancient spirits that guarded this sacred place. A cool breeze carried a delicate melody, a song sung by unseen voices, calling to Parizade across the night. Ahmed knelt by the water's edge, his fingers tracing the silver ripples, feeling the magic pulse beneath. In the depths, vague shapes moved, glimpses of the fairy princess herself, her form elusive yet radiant. The lake, a portal between worlds, promised that with patience and courage, their destinies could entwine. Yet, the night held dangers too. Shadows lurking beneath the serene surface, waiting for a moment of weakness. Ahmed steeled himself, ready to face whatever trials the night would bring. As Prince Ahmed lingered by the moonlight lake, a chill crept through the air, and the gentle melody faded into an eerie silence. From the darkened woods, shadows began to stir, restless spirits and creatures born of forgotten sorcery, watching, waiting. The forest around him seemed to close in, twisting and shifting, as if warning him to turn back. But Ahmed's eyes blazed with determination. The thought of Parizade's ethereal face pushed him onward. Suddenly, a figure cloaked in darkness stepped forward, a sorcerer, guardian of the shadows, wielding power both ancient and cruel. His voice, cold as the winter wind, echoed through the trees. "Turn back, Prince, or be lost to the night forever." Ahmed tightened his grip on his sword, ready to defend his quest with every ounce of strength and courage he possessed. Steel gleamed under the moon as Prince Ahmed faced the sorcerer cloaked in shadows. The air crackled with magic and tension, the forest holding its breath as the two forces prepared to collide. Ahmed's sword sang through the night, a beacon of light against the sorcerer's dark spells swirling like storms. Each clash echoed with the weight of destiny, the prince fighting not just for survival, but for the love that called him beyond the mortal realm. With every strike, Ahmed felt the power of Parizade's spirit strengthen him, a radiant fire igniting his courage. The sorcerer's cruel laughter faded, replaced by desperation as the light pierced the darkness. At last, with a final, blazing blow, Ahmed shattered the shadows, the forest breathing freely once more, the path ahead illuminated by the dawn of hope. As dawn's first light filtered through the trees, Prince Ahmed found himself standing before a hidden sanctuary, an ancient temple carved from ivory and gold, nestled deep within the forest's heart. Vines of jasmine and roses clung to its walls, filling the air with sweet fragrance. This sacred place was said to be the dwelling of Parizade, the fairy princess, protected by spells woven through centuries. The air shimmered with enchantment, humming softly like a lullaby. Ahmed stepped forward reverently, feeling the pulse of magic beneath his feet. His heart raced, knowing that the moment of reunion drew near, yet sensing the delicate balance between hope and peril. Inside, shadows lingered, reminders that even love tested by fate must overcome darkness. Prince Ahmed stepped cautiously into the sanctuary's inner chamber, where reality seemed to waver like a mirage over the desert sands. The very air shimmered and pulsed with enchantment, as if the walls themselves breathed with ancient magic. Around him, radiant tapestries of light and shadow wove themselves into living portraits, faces of joy and grief, triumph and despair, dancing in a hypnotic symphony that tugged at the edges of his mind. Whispers, soft as silk yet sharp as a dagger, circled him, each voice weaving seductive promises, eternal power, unending peace, or the sweet release of surrender. The illusions reached out like phantom fingers, begging him to abandon his quest, to lose himself in their tantalizing embrace. But deep within Ahmed's heart blazed an unquenchable flame, the pure, fierce truth of his love for Parizade. He closed his eyes, breathing steady and slow, anchoring himself in that sacred fire. The illusions writhed and shimmered, their grip loosening as the light of his soul pierced through their deceit. With a final, radiant burst, the illusions shattered like glass, revealing a hidden passage bathed in soft, otherworldly glow. The path ahead beckoned, a threshold between worlds, leading ever closer to the fairy princess and the destiny they were bound to share. Beyond the veil, Prince Ahmed entered a long, narrow corridor carved from luminescent stone that seemed to pulse with a heartbeat of its own. The walls shimmered with ethereal colors, deep blues, radiant purples, and glimmers of gold, casting a dreamlike glow that blurred the boundary between reality and enchantment. With every step, the corridor echoed with faint whispers, fragments of ancient songs and forgotten prayers, carried by unseen spirits who once guarded this sacred place. Their voices wove a haunting melody that stirred Ahmed's soul, filling him with a bittersweet mixture of hope and longing. As shadows flickered at the edge of his vision, Ahmed pressed forward, feeling the weight of destiny settle heavier upon his shoulders. Each echo was a reminder that the path to Parizade was not just a journey through magic and mystery, but a test of his heart's resilience. The corridor seemed endless, yet Ahmed's determination burned brighter with every step, a beacon guiding him through the twilight of doubt toward the dawn of reunion. At the corridor's end, Prince Ahmed stepped into a breathtaking garden bathed in silver moonlight. Delicate blossoms unfurled their petals, glowing softly like stars fallen from the heavens. The air was thick with the scent of jasmine and night-blooming roses, weaving a spell of tranquility and wonder. The garden seemed alive. Flowers whispered secrets, leaves shimmered with dew that sparkled like diamonds, and gentle breezes carried the laughter of unseen fairies dancing just beyond sight. Each step Ahmed took stirred the soft earth, as if the garden itself recognized the purity of his quest. In the heart of this enchanted haven, Ahmed glimpsed a shimmering veil of light, a portal shimmering like liquid starlight, the threshold to Parizade's realm. Yet, The garden held one last mystery, a test of patience and faith, before the prince could cross into the world of dreams and magic. In the heart of the moonlit garden, Prince Ahmed stood before the shimmering portal, its surface rippling like a silver lake disturbed by a gentle breeze. But between him and Parizade's realm lay a final trial, one of patience and unwavering faith. The air grew still, and time seemed to slow as the garden itself held its breath. Ahmed felt the weight of countless eyes upon him, the silent watchers of magic and fate. To pass, he must wait without faltering, resisting the temptation to rush, to doubt, or to turn away. Minutes stretched into hours, and the moon traced its path across the sky. Ahmed's heart beat steady, his mind calm, as he focused on the love that had guided him this far. The flowers around him seemed to pulse with his resolve, petals opening wider with each steady breath. Then, as dawn tinged the horizon with soft pink light, the shimmering veil slowly parted, revealing the path forward, a radiant bridge between worlds, beckoning Ahmed to step into the unknown and claim his destiny. With steady steps, Prince Ahmed approached the radiant bridge that arced gracefully over a shimmering abyss. Its surface gleamed like molten silver, casting prismatic light that danced across the surrounding shadows. Each step forward felt like a journey beyond time itself, where the past, present, and future intertwined in a delicate balance. Beneath the bridge, swirling mists whispered forgotten tales, while stars above pulsed in silent encouragement. Ahmed's heart beat in rhythm with the bridge's gentle glow, a symphony of hope and destiny guiding his way. As he crossed, visions flickered at the edges of his sight, glimpses of Parizade's smile, the warmth of her touch, and the promise of a love that transcended worlds. The bridge was not just a passage, but a symbol of the bond forged by courage and unwavering faith. With the final step, Ahmed entered a realm bathed in ethereal light, the threshold of the Fairy Princess's enchanted domain. Prince Ahmed found himself in a world unlike any he had ever known, a realm where time seemed suspended, and the air shimmered with magic so pure it tingled against his skin. Trees here bore fruits that glowed softly, and rivers sang with crystalline clarity, winding through valleys painted in hues unseen in the mortal world. Every breath he took filled him with a deep sense of wonder and reverence. The skies above danced with auroras of light, weaving patterns that told ancient stories of love, sacrifice, and destiny. In this enchanted land, Ahmed sensed Parizade's presence, a delicate yet powerful force that beckoned him onward, guiding him through gardens of starlight and meadows of moonbeams. Yet, even here, shadows lingered, remnants of trials yet to come and sacrifices yet to be made. As Prince Ahmed journeyed deeper into Parizade's realm, the enchanting beauty around him gave way to challenges unlike any before. The ground beneath his feet shimmered and shifted, as if alive with ancient magic testing his every step. Mysterious creatures emerged from the mist, spirits of the forest, guardians of the realm, their eyes glowing with both curiosity and caution. Each trial was a test of strength, wisdom, and, most importantly, the purity of Ahmed's heart. Whispers of doubt crept in, shadows that sought to unravel his resolve. Yet, with every obstacle, Ahmed's love for Parizade burned brighter, a beacon cutting through the haze of uncertainty. The realm itself seemed to judge him, weighing his soul against the scales of fate, demanding sacrifice and unwavering devotion. Deep within the enchanted realm, Prince Ahmed faced a shimmering pool, its waters so clear they reflected not only his image but the deepest corners of his soul. As he gazed into the still surface, memories, fears, and hopes intertwined in a brilliant dance of light and shadow. The pool revealed truths he had long buried, doubts about his worthiness, the sacrifices love demands, and the courage required to embrace destiny fully. Tears welled in his eyes, not from weakness but from the overwhelming weight of realization. In that sacred moment, Ahmed's heart was laid bare and purified, shining with a newfound clarity and strength. The vision of Parizade grew nearer, her presence a luminous beacon guiding him through the final steps. With steady breath and renewed purpose, Ahmed rose, ready to claim the love and future that awaited beyond the veil. Before Prince Ahmed stood a colossal gate forged from shimmering starlight, suspended between two ancient trees whose branches twisted like celestial serpents. The gate pulsed with an otherworldly energy, its surface alive with constellations that shifted and danced in patterns known only to the stars. To pass through, Ahmed knew he must unlock the secret hidden within the cosmic dance, a riddle whispered by the night sky itself, a test of wisdom, courage, and the purity of his love. As the stars above shimmered brighter, their light weaving through the gate, Ahmed's fingers traced the intricate patterns, his mind attuned to the silent music of the cosmos. The fate of his quest, and the promise of reunion with Parizade, hung in delicate balance. Prince Ahmed stood before the gate of starlight, the celestial constellations swirling around him like a living tapestry. The riddle whispered by the stars echoed in his mind, a puzzle of ancient wisdom and heartfelt truth. With calm resolve, Ahmed deciphered the patterns, his soul aligned with the cosmic rhythm. Each answer he spoke echoed through the gate, unlocking locks forged from light and shadow. The gate began to glow intensely, its celestial energy washing over Ahmed like a warm embrace. The final barrier fell away, revealing the path to Parizade, her radiant figure shimmering beyond, waiting. Tears of joy and relief filled Ahmed's eyes. All trials had led to this moment, the reunion that destiny had promised. Beyond the gate of starlight, Prince Ahmed stepped into a realm of pure radiance where time itself seemed to pause. There, bathed in a celestial glow, stood Parizade, the fairy princess, more breathtaking than any dream, her eyes shimmering with love and ancient wisdom. As their gazes met, the world around them blossomed with magic. Flowers unfurled, stars sang, and the very air thrummed with the harmony of their souls entwined. The trials, the shadows, the distance, all melted away in the warmth of their embrace. In that sacred moment, Ahmed and Parizade became one, a living testament to courage, love, and destiny's unbreakable bond. Their story, whispered by the winds and written among the stars, would echo through eternity, inspiring all who dare to follow their hearts.